welcome back to my 3-part video on Sand 2, the hardest level of the Hatching Giant Egg, 8% in my opinion. This is why this is one of the 3 parts, because this level is very difficult to get down because of a couple tricks in this level. It's not... I'm going to advise doing one of the tricks even as a beginner because of the time saved. However, if you can't get it, don't worry too much, just go the normal route and then just focus on it another time. But anyway, we're going to go into the detailed explanation straight away. I've already talked about this level in the quicker run through, but this is going to be the detailed bit by bit explanation. So first of all, we're going to grab this white spotted egg, mash through this text box, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight off this edge and land here because it's faster than the blue hoop. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take that white spotted egg and kill this cat that is closest to us here, and try and make it ricochet into as many possible enemies as it can. That was a bad ricochet, but if you get a bad ricochet, it's not the end of the world. Just go around, kill cats, kill a dinosaur, and then kill cats and collect fruit. If you get apples and strawberries, you're in good luck, because those are the good ones for this egg. Kill the bee as it spawns in with an egg throw, and then do the same for this bee as it charges into you. Then do a egg bounce over this pit. As it opens up, we can then do an egg roll down here. We need this blue egg. I picked up this blue egg and got it to giant so we could do the torch skip, which is just coming up. But first we got to kill some dinosaurs. So 2 dinosaurs will appear, then when they're dead, a door above us will open up that we have to ride a blue hoop into. If you jump into the blue hoop, if you do an egg bounce into that blue hoop as the dinosaur bangs its head on the floor as it goes down, then you can get into there with a nicer timing, like so. So he hits his head on the ground, I egg bounce, and see, as the door opens, I just get in there nice and quickly. So now I've got to do the job of explaining the torch skip to you. The torch skip is probably the infamous part of this level, because it is a difficult skip, probably one of the hardest ones in the game, because it is very unpredictable. It's a bit unforgiving. You lose 30 seconds on a failure, and it's not fun. But it saves so much time over the actual route that it is worth doing despite its actual difficulty. This is definitely not a beginner-friendly strat, however, I will still advise doing it. Though if you cannot do it, don't worry, just keep practicing, and in the meantime just do the normal route until you got good. Scrub. Nah. No, you're not a scrub. I just thought it'd be funny to see it. So, to break down the torch skip without actually doing it right away, what we do is we do a bounce off this edge of this bit here. We then bounce into the torch, like so. And then as we bounce down, we hold left. And we keep holding left as we bounce up. Basically what the trick is doing is we're clipping into the torch and then being pushed out by that clip. But as we hold left into it, we will get pushed out. And, on the opposite direction that we're holding. So that when we get pushed out, we want to start holding up and right. But only do it when you get pushed out. Don't do it as you're bouncing up, otherwise the trick will fail. So, for example, you want to hold left here, like that, on the bounce up. But as you get pushed away, to hold up and right towards that platform over there. There's a lot that can go wrong in this trick. If you don't go far enough into the torch itself, you won't get enough distance to make that jump. If you go too far in, Billy will hit the torch and get hurt, like so. However, he'll get hit the other side, which can sometimes end him up in the quicksand, killing him. And still worse is you can land and then your egg will come out, get pushed out of the torch itself and into the quicksand. It's not fun. It's not fun when this trick goes wrong. And it's not fun when you're doing this route where this is one of the final levels in the game and you're on a very good pace and then this trick just messes you up. So this is why we do it 12th. Now instead of like, what was it, like 24th? Yeah, I think this was the 24th emblem in the original run, so we've now cut it down to 12. So what I'm going to do, with this explanation in mind, is I'm going to perform it now. You want to slow it down and watch yourself, and then just listen to my explanation over and over again. I will link some other videos in the description. Oh, no, I won't, because I forgot to explain one part. When if Billy's on this side of the egg, when he goes into that hold left part of it, he will still get hurt regardless, or might get hurt. It's kind of unpredictable, but it's more or less likely he's going to get hurt. So to prevent this, we can actually introduce a mechanic to the egg bouncing which you might not know. When egg bouncing, Billy will go from the side of the egg that he grabbed the egg originally most of the time. So if I grabbed it from the bottom and I started egg bouncing, he would try and end up near the bottom most of the time. If you hold A slightly longer, he'll head toward that place more, but if you hold too long, you'll egg slam. So what you want to do is when you land onto this bit, you want to grab the egg from the right and then bring it over so that we're far away from the torch as possible. So that when we bounce up, we're far away from the torch, Billy won't get hurt whilst we do the torch skip. So with that in mind, we're going to do it now. So we're going to grab the egg from the right and then do the trick. Remember, I'm not really going to break this one down because it takes a lot of concentration for me. And with a good roll like that, we get over. So from this point, just ignore the dinosaurs and jump over here. And then do another jump over here. Thank God I got that trick. But now what we're going to do is we're going to dash right around these pillars and hit the switch and then roll towards that pit as it opens up. So dash, dash, slam, roll. As the pit opens up, there's a pillar there that can sometimes break your egg, sometimes it doesn't. If it breaks your egg, just grab this egg. But then regardless, we want to do a dash jump onto here and another dash jump onto here. We then want to do an egg roll into an egg roll jump into this next platform, or into this hoop. And then ride these blue hoops. Then kill these cats, and then just throw that egg away. What we're then going to do is the fog room skip, which is that trick in the first video which got us up onto that higher platform much sooner than we should have. In order to do that, we need a mid-sized egg, which we can get from just a single pineapple in here. Any higher and the trick will be harder to perform, so just ignore the rest of these rocks because they have fruit in. And then come into this room. So from here we want to sort of do a dash jump down here. Just look where the shadow is. If the shadow is on the ground, then you know you're above something then you can land on. Hit the switch to open the door. And then let's try and perform the fog room skip. The fog room skip is similar to that of the Circus 2 skip. In fact, it's the same tech. It's just done differently because of the precision. Instead of holding back then forward, you've got to hold right then left. And we've got very little visibility to work with, so you kind of have to really pay attention to this trick or else you'll fail it. So if you didn't watch the Circus 2 video, which I don't blame if you didn't, in order to perform this trick, what you need to do is do a sign jump off the sign off here, which is done by basically doing an egg bounce off the edge of a sign and then holding basically into the sign as you bounce down, and as you bounce up you want to hold the opposite direction to get a massive boost of forward speed, I guess you could say. So what we're doing with this egg is we're putting the egg in the way of our basically where we want to travel, and instead of like stopping in our tracks, what actually happens is that Billy will, instead of being pushed into egg, he will be pushed and then pushed over the egg, giving extra height, which will help us get up to this higher platform which we can't actually see because of the fog room. So I'll explain how to set this trick up. If you see where Billy is standing, there is a line going down here and a line here. We basically want to put this right edge where Billy is standing of this shadow of the egg so it is touching that, basically those two lines there where they meet. I guess you say where they are perpendicular? It's been a while since I've done maths, so yeah, I think that's the term, perpendicular. So roughly that position will get us, is a good position, and then you want to do a sign jump roughly off this sign here, holding right then left as you go into it. And that will get us over here, and then what we can do is we can go into here, dash jump into there, and head to Corvo. But before that, I'm going to just quickly show you the actual route. What we would have normally done is we would have grabbed our big green egg from that switch and we would have headed over here. We could probably do another dash jump, but we can't do it with a small egg because small eggs aren't big enough to actually make that gap. We're then going to come up here and egg roll onto here. I'm actually just going to grab these fruit just so I can see what I'm doing. This will be good enough, I think. So yeah, this was basically going to simulate the size of our green egg because we don't have it anymore. We're then going to do a dash jump onto this, sort of forward from here, and then we want to try and curve into those white circles. We want to jump if we're going straight. If we're basically going straight, so like we're going 1, 2, 3 as we're collecting those white circles, which are fruit by the way, you want to jump at the third one because our land is in a green hoop. So I'm going to do a quick dash jump. 1, 2, 3, jump, and then see there's a handy green spring right there, and then we're going to basically dash over here. You can ignore the flame by going off the left of it, and then straight through here. We're going to do a dash jump into there, and then roll. There's a text box there, and then we go into here and fight Corvo. But as I said, I'm going to do that in a separate video, just so I can break it down because this video is already long enough. So see you in the next one.